Hello and welcome First Ukrainian Church Sunday School. We have missed you all so very much. We missed your smiling faces and your curious questions. We can't wait until we can be in the classroom together again with you. But guess what? Today we are gathering for the first time online together. We know this is a little different from what we usually do, but never forget that our God remains the same and He never changes. We are going to spend some time praising the Lord and learning to continue trusting God and being grateful during this time of uncertainty.
After the great feeding of the 5,000, Jesus told his disciples to get into a boat and cross the lake, called the Sea of Galilee. "I'll meet you later," Jesus told them. It was time for Jesus to spend some time in prayer. As his disciples took the boat across the lake, Jesus went to a place where he could pray. Even though it was late at night, Jesus knew that prayer and time with God his Father was important. While Jesus prayed, a violent storm arose. The wind was fierce on the lake, and the disciples, rowing with all their might, weren't getting anywhere. Even though they had been on the lake for hours, they were unable to steer the boat and became frightened. At that moment, Jesus decided to come to the disciples. Since he did not have a boat, he simply started walking on the water towards them. As the lightning flashed and the rain pelted them, the disciples looked around in confusion, wondering what to do. And then they saw something on the water. Could it be someone walking on the water? "It's a ghost!" they screamed in terror. "Take heart, it's me," Jesus replied. "Don't be afraid." He walked confidently toward the trembling disciples. Then Peter answered, "If it's you, command me to come to you on the water." Peter knew that Jesus had control over all the elements, even the weather. "Come," Jesus replied. So Peter began to climb out of the boat and stepped into the water. He was doing it. He was walking on the water. He could hardly believe what was happening. But then Peter shifted his attention away from Jesus and onto the storm. He felt the sting of the strong wind. He looked at the motion of the wild waves, and then he plunged down into the water. "Lord, save me!" Peter yelled. Quickly, Jesus grabbed Peter and pulled him back, helping him into the boat. Jesus looked at his disciples. "Why do you have so little faith? Why do you doubt so easily?" Jesus asked. Then Jesus stepped into the boat himself, and right away, the night became calm. The air went still. Not even a hint of the terrible wind and storm they had experienced. The disciples in the boat were astonished. Their terror was gone, and they started worshiping Jesus. "Truly, you are the Son of God," they whispered in adoration.
Wow, wasn't that a crazy story? Yeah, I would be so terrified if I was the disciples. Did you see that lightning and that storm? But we don't have to be afraid, and they didn't have to be afraid either. Jesus was with them. That's right. That's one important thing that we can always remember. And in relation to that, our Bible verse from today's topic is going to be John 1:14. If you guys want to open your Bibles, it says, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. Нехай серце вам не тривожиться, вірте в Бога і в мене віруйте." During this time when we may be so scared, think of all the things we have to be grateful for. Like, we have all our homes that we can stay safe in. And even though we can't come to church and be with our friends, especially in our Sunday school class, I know I miss being with all of my Sunday school students, we can still see church online. That's something that people didn't have back in the day. Like even today, you got to worship and praise with us. We got to see how Jesus helped Peter with his fear, because Jesus can always help us overcome anything. We should be always giving glory and praise to God. We can do that in prayer, in singing, in anything. These are definitely good things that we need to remember to always thank God for, especially when we say our prayers before we go to bed. And we have one little last small activity for you guys before we go. This is going to be our friend Paul and his two little friends, Mark and Malachi, helping him out. So go grab a piece of paper about a rectangle size, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, hey friends! So today, our Bible story was about Jesus and how he saved Peter when he was sinking on the boat. So in order for you guys to remember this story better, we're going to teach you how to make a paper boat. Are we ready?
Yay!
Yay! Alright friends, so the first step is we put a piece of paper horizontally in front of us. So friends, you guys have it correctly. That is correct. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put a bend horizontally to the left. Make sure all the edges are straight. And we're going to put a crease on the right side. Just like this. And now we're going to leave our paper up and down. The next step is we're going to fold it from bottom up. Make sure the edges are all even. And we're going to make a crease. Wow. You guys are so good at this. Okay? The next step is we're going to unfold what we just folded. I want you guys to open it. See how it opens like a book? Make sure it opens like a book away from you, like this. So mark just like this. You see it opens towards you, and like a computer is a better way to look at it. And then where we made this crease in the center, we're gonna get the top right and fold it into the crease. What I like to do is I like to pick this side up a little bit and get it like this, so we have a perfect crease. I'll help you out, Mark. You also need help, Malachi. We're gonna fold it just like this. And now we did one side, and we're gonna have to do the same thing on the other side.
I did it.
Wow, great job, Mark. Next step is, we see there's two flaps of paper coming out now. We're gonna get one flap, gonna pick it up just like that. The next step is gonna be pretty easy. Now we're gonna flip the whole piece of paper over. Perfect. The next step is we're gonna get this flap, and we're also gonna pick it up like we did on the other side. Just like that, you got it. Okay, the next step is gonna be a bit complicated. Look at it like a hat. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open the hat and fold it the other way. So this is what it's gonna be looking like. And now we're gonna pick this flap up. Turn it around, bend this side in. Now we're gonna, again, treat it as a hat. We're gonna put our fingers into here, and we're gonna go like this and fold it back. All right, friends, we are almost done, but this is the hardest part. So this is the side where the flap opens. Have it face towards us. Now what we're gonna do is put our right hand on the right side, left hand on the left side, and we're just gonna pull it open like this, and then put a crease across the center, and we have a beautiful boat. Wow, we have the boat. Let's show all of our boats. So friends, we just want to thank you for joining us today. I hope you guys learned something new. Remember, friends, do not be afraid. Our God, He is with us. He will uphold us. And our God, He is stronger than everything that might be going around with us. Thanks for joining. Bye.